The first Top Gun movie came out almost 36 years ago and went down as one of Hollywood's iconic movies of all time. Finally, after 36 years, we are getting a sequel to that film, Top Gun Maverick. So let's talk about it. Before we start, let me remind you to please hit the subscribe button because a lot of other early reviews are coming up. Now, let's head on to my review for Top Gun Maverick. Tom Cruise returns back as Pete Maverick Mitchell. Back in 1986, Tom Cruise made the first Top Gun when he was just 22. This movie changed his career forever. He became a movie star since then and still remains one of the most popular movie stars across the globe. He finally returns as Mitchell in the sequel to the movie that made him what he is. This must be a really proud moment for him, and he returns with a bang. He is really good in this film. Now, of course, he's a decent actor when it comes to the acting skills, but when it comes to devotion, he gives it all and does not hold back anything. Seeing him literally do everything he did in this film is just insane. He sure as hell is so devoted in making this film as best as he can, and he gives it his best. It makes me sad to think that the director of the original Top Gun, Tony Scott, is no longer with us after his demise back in 2012. These shoes are filled by Joseph Kosinski, the director of this film, and he proves to be a worthy successor. All I can say is that making this film was no easy job at all, but Joseph Kosinski takes on the mantle to be the director of this job and creates a movie that is made exclusively for the big screen. Speaking of the big screen, let us talk about the theatrical experience. If you want to enjoy this film at its best, please find a Dolby theater and your seats are gonna be vibrating throughout because the sound design of this film is hands down mind-blowing. Every year there is a film which has a huge scope and is made in a way to make it feel like the worthiest cinematic experience. For me, 2019 had Sam Mendes' 1917, 2020 had Christopher Nolan's Tenet, and 2021 had Denis Villeneuve's Dune. I think 2022 might have Joseph Kosinski's Top Gun Maverick as that mind-blowing cinematic experience. Of course, that had to be so because this movie was made on a hefty budget of $152 million, which is 10 times the budget of the first film. The studio's ego is writing checks, hope the box office can cash it. Now, it is not a long film. It clocks in at 2 hours and 11 minutes. But let me be clear, I'm not a huge fan of the first Top Gun film. I mean, I really like it a lot, but I'm not nostalgic about it. I was not even born at that time when the movie came out. There are no elements of nostalgia or fan service here, at least for me. Considering that, it does feel like a bummer at points. It needs fast pacing at a few points. It goes too slow during a few scenes where I start thinking, okay, show me something cool, because I'm not really into the nostalgia play you are doing with me. This film feels the need for speed. The third act is filled with amazing moments though, which I adored. Again, the way a movie like this exists is incredible because the way they have shot this film is nothing short of incredible. They literally did all these aircraft stunts practically and they blew me away. All the action sequences are done beautifully, especially the one in the third act. However, all the scenes involve these different aircrafts and them taking off and them flying in the sky and them shooting. It just feels a bit repetitive at a few places. Not a major complaint, but still something to consider. Tom Cruise and Joseph Kosinski have made one of the best theatrical experiences 2022 has to offer. However, casual moviegoers might not like it as much as Top Gun fans might. It has amazing choreographed, big scale, highly appreciated action sequences, and a cinematic experience of a lifetime, but it still falls flat during the first act when it comes to pacing. I would like to give this movie a 7.6 out of 10. Okay, so that was my review for Top Gun Maverick. Are you excited for this film? Are you a Top Gun fan? Share it in the comment section down below.